The man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students was back in court today. Bryan-Kohberger sat quietly during an hours-long hearing that primarily discussed the validity of genealogy and whether Kohberger's case should be paused. Our Jordan Smith was in the courtroom all day. He joins us live now from Moscow. And Jordan, what was discussed in the latest developments in this case?
Well, there's a lot of new developments in this case, Kirsten, namely that this trial is going to proceed as scheduled. The trial is set to begin October 2nd, despite a push to pause this case from the defense. Not only that, but the defense argued that the prosecution has to turn over more evidence to the defense regarding DNA. And we'll get to that in just a second here. Kohberger's defense essentially argued multiple times today that the state has not turned over all of the evidence involving the DNA in this case, including conversations involving the FBI and Idaho State Police. The defense is asking for more discovery, but prosecutor Bill Thompson adamantly said multiple times today that they had turned over everything required of them, and the conversations involving the federal government is outside of their reach. So whether the FBI chooses to share that information on how they gathered that DNA and the people that they looked into in this is up to them. The state says the defense has everything the prosecutors plan to use in the trial. And then, of course, that brings us back to that plan to pause the case. The judge ruled late today that that would not be the case. He says that the deadline for discovery is going to be September 1st. And the alibi, that vague alibi given by Bryan-Kohberger, where he said he was driving around that night, the judge says that if he wants to put a more concrete alibi together, the deadline for that is by September 8th. After that, it's going to be pretty much locked in. And again, of course, everything going to proceed as normal. That trial set to begin October 2nd, a short time from now, about 6 weeks. Kirsten, we'll send it back to you.